I want you to
Okay.
describe a thing you did to learn another language. Okay? You must tell me what language you learned, what did you do, how it helped you learn the language, and how you felt about it. You have 1 minute to gather your thoughts, and then we'll start.
There are many languages in our country that are famous. The native languages are also there. People prefer and more comfortable in their own languages. But there is another language. Uh, there is another language people are trying these days to explore and to flourish their skill set. And there is one language which I've learned recently, that is a Spanish language. And how I uh, heard about this language, where a lot of my peers and friends talking about this language, and they wanted to pursue their career as well as a secondary option. And how I started and built interest into it. I Google it, and I tried to connect with people and with the trainers who were giving training on the specific language, and how they helped me out. They started with the basic concept to learn about this language, and a lot of new words which I have been constantly using it and learning. And while I'm introducing myself with other people, they also feel very surprised to know that I know, other than my native language, I know about the foreign language also, or another language. And that's become very overwhelming for me, because learning another language becomes very fascinating for other person. And a lot of new words, if I use, for example, bonjour is something that I've learned. It's all about to greet somebody and say mercy to when you want to say thank you to another person. So that's kind of a new words, if you learn on day to day basis, that becomes very innovative in your life. And build up a lot of confidence as well when you're interacting with another person into another language. Also, when tourist comes in our country, and where they also surprised to know that our culture also familiar with their languages, there also become a strong sense of belongingness among all of us.
Okay. Tell me, what difficulties do people face when learning a language, Nancy?
People face a lot of difficulties while learning a language. There are certain aspects which needs to be learned, and it starts from a very basic concepts. If we miss that, then we are not able to learn that language. And as I learned somewhere in a survey, it took almost 30 years to learn one language.
Okay. Do you think language learning is important? If so, why?
Absolutely, yes. Other than our native language, when we say Hindi, it's our native language. Other than that, if we talk about English and other foreign languages, if we are trying to speak on day to day basis, that becomes very important. And when you're communicating with other person, language learning is a big word, where we are representing ourselves to the nation, and also it becomes very important.
Okay. What is better, according to you, to study alone or to study in a group?
I believe both have their own importance. To study alone brings a lot of concentration, and as well as you have a better way of comprehend your ideas, and uh, have your own thought process when you're studying alone. But when you're studying in a group, you will have a lot of ideas and thoughts, where you can communicate with your schoolmates and with your friends. You can share your ideas, and those ideas can that can also enhance your or develop your skill set.
Okay. What's the best way to learn a language according to you?
Best way to learn language: to give time. Never try to be more aggressive. Or I should not say aggressive, but yes, I would definitely say this: to be more calm and to be more relaxed when you're learning a language, and to give yourself a time. That becomes a very smooth process to get through with all the difficulties.
Okay. I think that will be all.